For today, going to get a little more work with writing of expressions. Going to get a scenario. Like in this case, Monica is going to make 5 apple pies. If each apple pie requires X apples, what is the total number of apples she needs? So the easiest way to do a lot of these problems is to think of the type of math you would do to solve them. If she was making 5 apple pies, and each apple pie used 3 apples, how many apples would she use? What type of math did you do? You multiplied. So it's the same idea here. She's making 5 apple pies. Well, each apple pie uses X apples. So the expression we would use would be 5X, 5 times X. Make sense? As I said, I think the easiest way a lot of times is to think of the type of math that you would have to do. So let's look at another one. There are 25 marbles in a bag. A student removes an unknown number of marbles represented by X. What expression represents the number of marbles that remain in the bag? All right, so we got marbles in a bag. They take some out. What type of math is that going to be? Subtraction, yeah. So how many marbles did we start with? 25, and we're subtracting. How many did we take out? X. All right, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes just thinking of what you would do or pretending like, I don't know, pretending there's a number there, that can sometimes be helpful with the expressions. All right, so let's make it a little bit more complicated. Riley has $14 more than Ashton. Peyton has twice as much money as Riley. If Ashton has M dollars, what expression represents the amount of money that Peyton has? So the more complicated ones like this, what we'll do is we'll start with the variable. Variable is M, and in this case, the variable is Ashton. Ashton has M dollars. The other spot we see Ashton is right here. It says Riley has $14 more than Ashton. How do we show that? Plus 14. So we got M plus 14. That's Riley's money. The question, though, is asking about Peyton. Where we see Peyton is right here. It says Peyton has twice as much money as Riley. So how do we show twice as much? Times 2. Now here's where this is tricky. What am I multiplying by 2? M plus 14. That is Riley's amount, and Peyton has twice that. So that's a problem that would use some parentheses. All right, that makes sense? Just think through these step by step as they get a little more complicated. You don't have to do the whole thing at once, all right? Go ahead, try that one. Luis has 4 less than 3 times the number of apples Ben has. If Ben has N apples, what expression shows the number of apples Luis has? Who thinks they have an answer? 3n minus 4 is correct. 3n minus 4. It says Luis has 4 less than 3 times the number Ben has. So first, Ben has n. Luis has 4 less than 3 times the number Ben has. So 3 times the number Ben has would be the 3n. To show 4 less, remember that's minus 4. That's not 4 minus 3n. Yep. Any questions on that one? One other thing to show y'all then. It says, what expression represents 2 times the sum of 3 and a number x increased by 4? The main part right here to look at is 2 times the sum. What is a sum in math? The answer to an addition problem. It's the answer, right? So how do we make sure that we get the answer of a sum first? So it says sum of 3 and x. But how do we make sure we do that first? Put parentheses on it. And then it's 2 times the sum. So it'd be 2 times our parentheses. And then increased by 4 just means we got a plus 4 at the end. All right, that makes sense? If you see something times the sum or times the difference, that means you need to get the answer first, and the way you get the answer first is by using parentheses. All right, everybody good on that?